What's this?
Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me for the next episode of Torment Tides of Numenera. Alright, in the last episode we did a whole bunch of stuff that kind of gave us a rough start to our whole dealie, which I'm pretty excited by, and now we're going to actually go and get into more of the details and try to make a somewhat okay decision about what our character is going to be moving forward. So right now we are a strong Jack. That is the character that we got through all the other stuff that we did. We'll probably keep that, though I'm not positive. I want to read what everything else is. Alright, so let's read what glaives are. Glaives are the elite warriors of the Ninth World, using weapons and armor to fight their enemies. Scouts, guardians, warlords, and soldiers could be glaives. Most glaives either have a high might and use the heaviest armor and weapons available, or a high speed and stick with the light or ranged weapons and light or medium armor. So fighters, essentially they are the elite warriors. Okay. The Jacks are intrepid explorers and adventurers. They are Jacks of all trades, hence the name, although the world also harkens back to fables involving a wily, resourceful hero who always seems to be named Jack. Jacks are at their best when they combine weapons, armor, esoteries, ciphers, and a clever tongue. They are treasure hunters, grifters, scalds, rogues, and experts in a variety of fields. Alright, and finally, the Nano. Nanos are sometimes called mages, wizards, sorcerers, or witches by the people of the Ninth World. Whatever they're called, Nanos master the mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to perform miracles using esoteries, spell-like invocations that combine gestures, command words, and psychic disciplines. They tap into nano spirits, numinous, particles that suffuse the landscape to alter reality or learn things that they couldn't otherwise know. Now, I generally play... We already have the strong part. I think we're probably going to go with the elite warrior. We usually tend to play more heavy warriors. I like to be a frontline guy. I almost never play a mage. Perhaps in the future, maybe another game that comes out that might be similar to this, or just another RPG or something. Maybe I'll go and lean toward the mage style of play. I generally don't like it, but since we already ended up with a strong trait, I feel like we should probably utilize that to the best of our ability. And likewise... we got Jack, but I feel like the glaive is probably better. I wanted to go down this road anyway. Like, I didn't know this was a thing. I never got to this point before. But I wanted to go down the rough and, like, murderous, Hulk smash type thing. And I figured we could do that with the choices I made, but apparently we kind of probably edged over to the Jack side of things. So we're going to go with the glaive. So we're going to be a strong glaive. We're going to have a lot of might points. I guess we can spend all these. We'll have some speed and very little intellect. Either way, we're going to have very little intellect. This is actually going to be better for us. Endurance, let's see, training level train, plus 5 health per level. Inability decreases health by 2. Measures the character's hardiness in the face of damage. Intimidation, 15% bonus per level on difficult tasks marked with a skill. Inability confers a minus 15% penalty. A different kind of persuasion, intimidation, where you use your reputation, false or not, or other threats to get others to do what you want. And quick fingers, let's see here. 15% bonus level, oh, that's an inability, so we're actually really bad at that. Alright, and the abilities that we get if we are a strong glaive are as follows. An opportunist ends turn immediately, making a basic attack against the first enemy that moves within weapon range. So basically an Overwatch ability, which is cool, and gain 15% attacks made this way. Okay, cool. And it consumes our action. Alright, and practiced in armor. Gains 3 speed armor cost reduction, 3 might armor cost reduction. Reduces the penalty of esoteric attacks incurred by armor by 15%. Oh, we can actually see more details, which is the same thing. Armor's weight means little to you, while others rattle and stumble. You move through the battle with calm assurance. Cool. In the midst of combat, you withdraw, creating an opening, and the fool who tries to take advantage of it quickly discovers her mistake. Okay, I think this is fine. We're going to go with this. Hopefully this is cool. Stat pools are the resources you use to apply effort or activate abilities. You can distribute points as you see fit. Glaives tend to favor might and or speed, while nanos favor intellect. Jacks usually benefit from a balanced set of points. Okay, so we have 2 points remaining. I'm going to go with 1 into might and 1 into speed. I think that might be okay. We'll see. Alright, so let's see the stat pools down here tell us some stuff. Let's go over might first. Might, speed, and intellect are resources you can spend. Alright, we already know that. Stat pools can be refilled by using items or by sleeping. That's good to know. Alright, might represents the character's physical strength and resilience. Each point of might also increases health by 1. Speed represents the character's dexterity and reaction times. Every 2 points in speed also increases evasion by 5%. Pretty legit. And finally, you know what? Let's go 1 and... Wait, hold on. Yeah, let's go 1 and 1. I wanted to make sure that I did that. I'm like, did I go 2 into might? No, that's fine. Intellect represents the character's mental prowess, willpower, and personality. Every 2 points in intellect also increases willpower by 5%. Okay, let's continue. Abilities unlocked by your type can be active actions such as attacks or spell-like esoteries, or unique passive effects. Alright, we have 1 additional point to select an ability. So we already have the 2 that we get as being a strong glaive. We also have unfailing precision, 10% critical success chance on weapon attacks. That seems passive. We have a taunt. Confers compelled forcing the target to attack you. I kind of want to play my guy as a big two-handed weapon user, so not really a tank, but like just like a berserker or a barbarian-esque type guy. So fairly high speed and a lot of damage. So hopefully dodgy and such. We have hook. Snare a target with a grappling hook and pull them toward you. That sounds amazing! I really want that, but I think the passives are going to be better. Skill with defense. We get plus 10% evasion and plus 10% willpower. But that gives us a lot of damage. I think I'm going to go with the unfailing precision. I want that, and I want all of these, actually, except for taunt. I want these 3 skills. It's like, no, why? It's fine. Alright, character creation. Most skills increase your chance of success on specific kinds of actions and tasks, but some give other passive bonuses. Each skill starts at blank blank novice level and can be increased by to +1 trained or +2 specialized, granting even or greater bonuses at each level. Descriptors often leave some skills at the inability level, meaning that they inflict penalties. When upgraded, these return to the novice level. Okay. That's legit. Alright, I don't care about quick fingers. I don't feel like I'm going to be trying to do anything like that. Running. Alright, let's see endurance first. Okay, we already know, +5 health. Let's see here. Running. Bonus to movement distance on each crisis turn? I don't know what that even means. Inability reduces movement. The ability to sprint across dangerous area, navigating hazards and enemies with more alacrity than other, slower moving characters. And then smashing. This finely honed ability to break things. 15% per level on difficult tasks marked. Okay. How many skill points do we have? What is that? Sorry. Oh, we get to choose an exploration skill. Okay. So that gives us a little bit of extra health. I'm torn between running and smashing. I like the idea of being a quick character. You know what? We're going to go with running. Okay, we're going to go with running. I like the idea of being a quick character, but I also like the idea of hook smash. So, Character creation. Your weapon skills increase a character's chance to hit with a specific kind of weapon. Like other skills, they start at novice and can be upgraded to trained or specialized. Alright, continue. We have none. We only get 1 choice? That's kind of weak. I'm going to go with heavy weapons. Wait. Wielding swords, axes, or maces requires steady footwork and a strong arm. Two-handed melee weapons or cannon-like ranged weapons. Huh. So, do we need both melee and heavy? I assume we do. And there's no way to get 2 points. We only get 1. Alright. Let's go with that. Alright. Although you chose your descriptor from among the many doppelgangers in the mirror, you now have the chance to view the specific bonuses and penalties it grants. You can also examine the effects of other descriptors and choose a new one if you wish. I think I'm going to stick with strong, but we'll see. What does it do for me? You are physically powerful and have a presence to match. You aren't extremely deft or clever, though. 3 to might pool, 1 training in intimidation, 1 training in level. Could have been strong-willed, gives us more willpower. You're willful, headstrong, and independent, and you know that self-confidence is more important than facts. Wrathful, what is this? +1 level and heavy weapon skill. Level 1, okay, smashing. Alright, that's kind of legit. You're quick to anger and have the power to back that anger up. Tough. Armor, okay, you can take a lot of punishment, shrugging off blows that would down most people. Swift, your top speed is unmatched. You may not be the most dexterous, but you're fast. Interesting. We're probably going to stay with strong, but I'd just like to see what all these are. You're sneaky and slippery both in actions and words. You gain your advantage through stealth rather than speed. Light weapon skill, okay. Slick. You're a fast talker and a fast thinker. You're not the toughest around, and you can usually manipulate situations that don't, so that you don't need to be. Alright. Rugged. You love nature and pitting your wits against the elements. You are tough, as befits a life in the wild. People and machines are something of a mystery, though. Man, there are a lot of choices. Observant. You pay attention to the smallest details, noticing clues that others often miss. So perception and concentration. Mystical. You have a gift with the Numenera, especially the stranger powers of the ancients. You're not as good with people, though. Okay. So we get mystical skill and cipher skill. Mechanical. You have a gift with machines and the technology of the ancients. You're not as good with people, though. Okay, that's fine. Learned. Or learned. You are studious and know a great deal of information about many things. You have a few social graces. However, intellect pool, training level in lore, natural skill, machinery skill, healing skill, nice, intellect. You have a sharp memory and can grasp concepts that others struggle with, though you have a tendency toward distraction. Alright, that's fine. Graceful. Speed, you are quick, lithe, and dexterous. Able to move with grace and beauty. Clever. You are quick-witted and a good judge of others. You can fool people, but are rarely fooled yourself. You're not great at retaining trivial knowledge, however. Lots of really interesting descriptors. I like this. You are a smooth talker and a charmer, able to convince others to see things your way. And you are careful and meticulous, always aware of your surroundings. Alright, we're going to go with strong, as I stated at the beginning. I feel like it may have changed everything for me, though. Because wasn't my health much higher before? Alright guys, we're gonna zip back here. I just want to make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be. We get to choose 1 into might, 1 into speed. I mean, we know what we're doing now, so it's not going to take much time at all. Wait, oh no, what's happened? Oh wait, we already had endurance. Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's weird that it didn't show up though. Like that, it didn't show up with 1 extra bubble there like I think it did the first time around, which is, again, fine. I'm going to go with heavy weapons again, and strong is fine, and we're going to confirm it. Are you sure that you wish to proceed? This is your last chance to change the last cast-off character type or descriptor. Yep. And we begin the game in earnest at this point, and hopefully it's every bit as amazing as I know that it's going to be. I'm excited, guys. I think it's going to be fantastic. I've been wanting to go beyond the point that I was at for a very long time. It's taken a lot of self-control not to. The Spectre. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. No, it's not voice acted. I thought for sure it was going to be. That's cool though. We weren't sure that would work. We pulled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures here and frowns unhappily. It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections. They're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Your body is still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process. Well, it shouldn't be too hard, he shrugs. Well, before I met you, it felt like something was hunting me, rather. Do you know what that was? He closes his eyes. That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow. He closes his eyes. I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for. You said I had to finish the process. What do you mean by that? After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine. Oh, what do you mean attune to the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It's not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up. What's a resonance chamber? Who are these other people? You called them reflections? This places my mind. Why don't I remember any of this? Any of you? Who are you? And how do you know all this? How do you know all this? All that you're telling me? What's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby. I don't know why real world is so difficult for me to say, but apparently it is. Real world. I'm a real boy. Real world. It's fine. Who are those other people? You call them reflections. That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you knew, people you met in the real world. A real world? Well, you do it high-pitched every time. That works. And with whom you shared some kind of a psychic connection. I don't know how or why. It just happens. This places my mind. Why don't I remember any of this? Any of you? It's your mind. A construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts? Store your true self? Wait. You know how people say, in the first place. This is definitely the first place of your memory. Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You'd probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Tell me about this place again. Who are you? He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering. I'm you. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. I was waiting here for you. We called you with the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happens next. Or I don't know what happened next. How do you know all of this? All the stuff that you're telling me? He throws up his hands in frustration. I'm just a part of you. I look at you and I know. This place was made for you, for us, and I remember pieces of knowledge that come to me when you ask your questions, but that's all. So how do I get back to the real world? The real world! There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing should take care of itself. He crosses his arms. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can... What in the hell's is that? Oh no! That's not good. That is definitely not good. God, it's the sorrow! No. He just impaled 3 of me. The sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them, destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Oh. Really? Kill the reflections anchoring the sorrow to your mind. A crisis begins when you enter into a dangerous situation. Crises are turn-based encounters where you can fight, sneak, manipulate the environment, or talk your way out of trouble. Each turn you can take one action to attack or activate an ability. You can also make one move. Huh. That reflection near you, kill it. You will loosen the sorrow's anchor. Okay. Use the left mouse button to attack an enemy or move to a position. Try clicking the highlighted character now. Alright, let's zoom in. This seems awful, by the way. Effort can be applied to attacks to increase your chance to hit. As with other tasks, each level of effort increases your chances by 20%, at the cost of 1 point from a stat pool. Unarmed attacks use speed, but other weapon abilities may use might or intellect instead. Well, we're at 65. This would make a 85. Let's go with the 85. And we missed. That's rough. No, 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 no. We can't afford to miss. X-miss. Uh-oh. What in the... Is there a... I'm sorry, guys. Is there a chat log somewhere? Huh. Neat. Journal. Character sheet. Party. End turn. Character abilities. Hide. Opportunist. I wish there was like a running chat log. Alright, we can't afford to miss this time. Alright, when you apply effort... Yeah. Alright, we're going with the 95%. There we go. You've already used your action this turn, and you will need to wait until the next turn to deal with the other reflection. You can move somewhere to spend your remaining move, but if you want to end your turn, you can click the end turn button on the lower left. Alright, so I think we're going to move here, or as close to there as we can. This all seems bad. The Sorrow's turn. Just floating around, huh? Now run! Get to the next one! Yeah. I'm all over it, buddy. You can sacrifice your action for the turn to double move instead of attacking. No, I don't need to do that. I just want to attack. Man, I really wish we had some sort of weapon. We don't have any items at all, huh? Alright, well... I guess we are going to have to Hulk smash our way through. I'm going to go with the 85%. Hopefully we don't miss this time. I'm notoriously bad at RNG, guys and gals, just so you know. Sorrow infection. What's it doing now? It's infecting it somehow. Fetals are temporary conditions or status effects that can improve or reduce a character's stats. The Sorrow has just placed a Fetal on the remaining reflection. You can't remove this Fetal, but you may be able to find a way to overcome it. Do we know anything about the thing? I don't know what a Fetal is. Or what the one that's on him is. And by right-clicking, I don't get any additional information. Oh, I guess we're gonna go with all-in play here. We did 0 damage. That's not great. The armor stat reduces physical damage. The Fetal the Sorrow placed on this character has boosted its armor by 10, meaning it will absorb 10 points of damage from each attack. This reflection's armor is now too high for you to overcome with your unarmed attack. Okay, makes sense. Skis, the reflection is protected somehow. You need to find a way to hit it even harder. Give me a weapon, man. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, dang. Grab that piece of mirror glass. It might have enough residual energy to kill the reflection. That one down there shining and sparkly? Yep. Of course. To pick up loot, use the left click. Oh, cool. On the highlighted object, then click take all or double click the individual item that you want. Take all. To activate an item, left click on the item's icon in the bar above your portrait, then click on the character you want to target. Okay. We did it! We're heroes! Well, that was disturbing. Apparently, it did hunt us down. You pried it loose! That thing is a cancer and an infection. It's unstoppable. But you stopped it, which makes it not unstoppable. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He holds his head in his hands. I can't believe it found us in here. He looks at you with terror in his eyes. That thing. The Sorrow. It's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome there. Go, now. Okay. Well, you don't need to tell me twice, friend. I am out of this place. It is scary. My mind is not a place I want to vacation or ever visit ever again. During a crisis, move party members to opposite sides of an enemy to inflict a flanking attack. This is so cool. I'm loving this, guys.
Where did he fall from?
Voice acting.
His body smashed to talc. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
What is she doing? Well, you look at that. Wait, a face. I know that face. Whoopsie. What was that? What did you do? Calistege, I guess. His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. First thing you notice is this man's kaleidoscope of tattoos writhing across his forearms. It's not really writhing, but it's fine. He wears a long, dark coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. You blame me? He emitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to the fantastic healing process. Obviously, Allergern. Her voice rolls and hisses. You have to rub your eyes to be sure that you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Cool. And weird. Oh, yes, it's obvious, Calistege. His voice is grim and clipped, then he sees you looking at him. You're no ordinary mortal. We know that much. Start talking! His face is hard and set. I am no ordinary mortal. What do you mean? You really don't know? He cocks his head to the side. I'm starting to think you're not him. Starting to think, Allergern? Tell me, is it a novel experience? It's his face! I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. You're familiar with the word changing, Allergern. It implies inconstancy, okay? Thus, the changing god may well have, changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you, okay? You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you are newly born. Her most solid self curtsies while others bow and spin. Interesting. I and my sisters am Calistege, and this is Allergern. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you're what we call, a cast-off. The changing god created you body and mind. Your sire used to be a body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of its own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. I can read sometimes, guys. Starting to struggle a little bit, but it's okay. Where are we? What is this place? A sanctum of your sires. The common belief is he has several such places throughout the Ninth World, possibly other worlds as well. We were only just able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. Who is the changing god? Ha! That's something coming from you. Okay. She gives him a sidelong glance. The changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago, a means to transfer his self to a new body of his own creation. I don't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned his one body, another mind was birthed to fill the void. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, he knew all right. He eyes you up and down coldly. The only thing the changing god cares about is himself. He doesn't give a single thought for those he leaves behind. Are there any other cast-offs? Dozens, hundreds, who can say? Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. Though if all of them were born the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder any of them survive. So you say I was born when the changing god left, but why am I not dead? I used a cipher to slow your fall further, but the damage still would have killed an ordinary person, but think about it. If you're the kind of person who can make your body into anything you want, what do you want? Or what do you do? What do you do? Okay. If you've constructed bodies for centuries, you want to make each one better than the last. Alright, that's fine. You want to live forever. You're not going to let your life end by accident. No, you'll make strong bodies, fast, powerful. Maybe throw in regeneration while you're at it. Okay, that's legit. The changing god has always been vain. He rarely stays long in a shell that doesn't suit his self-image. She looks you up and down, her smile suddenly unnerving. Perhaps the changing god fled because he didn't want to wear those scars of yours. How can you be sure this body is a cast-off? If he abandoned... Man, there's a lot of options here. If the changing god abandoned my body, where is he now? If he abandoned your body, then his consciousness fled to another. He eyes you keenly. Oh, do stop. The look she gives Alagurn is equally piercing, amplified by the withering glares of her sisters. If there's one thing we know about the changing god, dear, is that he always has a contingency. This child was born here. The object of your obsession will have to be reborn somewhere else. Okay, how can you be sure this body's a cast-off? You mean aside from your miraculous reformation? For one thing, there's your tattoo. All cast-offs have one, though its purpose is beyond me. And then, of course, there's your delicious naivety. He could be faking it. You don't live hundreds of years without learning to lie convincingly. Oh, for... She sighs in exasperation, then says to you, "What do you think? Are you a newborn child, or are you a powerful immortal whom death has robbed of his memories?" Alagurn crosses his arm and growls. "Fine, what do you think?" "Well, I survived that fall and have skills and powers I don't recall learning. What if I am the changing god? There's so much I don't remember. I don't know or remember. I think I must be a cast-off." "You obviously knew the changing god, Alagurn. What do you think? Am I him?" Boy, decisions in this game are scary, aren't they? Because I know I can die at any moment. You obviously knew. What do you think? Dominant tides have shifted. Oh. Okay. This is just the kind of question he would ask. He scrutinizes you in a way he hadn't before. "I admit you carry yourself differently. The changing god I knew had a glint of knowing everything about our world and worlds before it. Your personality, that's very much the same." Blue tide raised a small amount. I have no idea what that means, but okay. "You could be him. I hope not, for your sake. You would have a lot to answer for, from a lot of people." "And what are you basing your conclusion on, Alagurn? Your feelings?" He looks away. His composure slips a little. "God, you're so rancid sometimes, Calistige. What was that blast of energy when I woke up?" "As I was telling my colleague, it was obviously a physiological reaction of some kind. I've never witnessed the birth of a cast-off, but yes, it could very well have been caused by your nascent consciousness." Okay. Don't worry. I don't believe it caused any real harm, not to me at least." "Really? You've been more abrasive than ever since we came in here." He shoots her a sidelong look. She just can't empathize with other people unless she's experimenting on them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I think I'm going to probably break off the episode here. I would like to have finished this up so we can just start fresh in the next one, but that's okay. Again, we'll take our time, we're going to do things right, we're going to have fun with this, and we're going to play it through to the end. That is my goal. I don't want to fall off like I've done with so many other games in the past, so this is going to be one that I'm going to endeavor to finish. And don't worry, I do still plan to go back to many of the other games that did fall off. Anyway, once again, if you guys would interact with the video in any way you see fit, let me know what you think in the comment section of how the game progresses. If you like the opening sequence of the game as far as the choosing your character and then being able to modify it, do you think you should be locked in? How do you feel that all went? Did you enjoy the choices? Are you excited about this game? Talk to me, guys. Let me know. I want some interaction with you peeps. I want to know. Also, of course, one of the early videos of a series you should always like. So if you enjoyed this, definitely hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the very next episode. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.